I still remember the exact second my heart cracked open, like glass shattering in slow motion. Your student loan money? Yeah, I use it to buy Elias that Jeep. My father set it over the kitchen sink, rinsing a coffee mug like he was confessing he'd run out of creamer. The words hung in the steam between us, heavy, impossible. $4,200. Gone. Not misplaced. Not delayed. Spent on chrome rims and leather seats for my little brother. I just stare at the key fob he tossed on a counter. Silver Jeep emblem glinting under the cheap LED light, swinging like a noose. My name is Marco. I'm 24, drowning in my third year of med school, working graveyard shifts at a 24-hour diner so I can keep the lights on in a studio apartment that smells like old fries and desperation. And for the last 4 months, I've been wiring thousands to my parents. Money scraped from tips, from skipped meals, from selling my old guitar, because Dad swore he'd handle my loan payments directly. Let me take one thing off your plate, son. You focus on becoming a doctor. I believed him. God help me, I believed him. But that afternoon, standing there while Mom hummed and stirred pasta sauce like nothing was wrong, something inside me went quiet. Deadly quiet. The kind of silence that comes right before you realize the people who raised you have been picking your pockets your entire life. You know that feeling when you're a kid and you fall off your bike? There's this split second where the pain hasn't hit yet, but you already know it's going to destroy you? That's where I lived for the next few hours. Later that evening, Elias rolled up in his new Jeep. Matte black, lifted just enough to look cocky. He killed the engine and hopped out grinning, keys spinning on his finger like he was in some coming-of-age movie. Dad met him on the driveway, slapped his back. Told you I'd come through, kid. A man needs a proper ride. Mom leaned out the door, beaming. Finally, my baby looks like somebody important. I watched from the window, still in my diner uniform, grease stains on the sleeves, name tag crooked. Mom caught my eye and smirked. Maybe if you weren't so stingy, Marco, you could have something nice too. My phone buzzed. Bank alert. Balance $47. Incoming rent due in 4 days. Textbooks I still hadn't bought. I locked the screen and felt my jaw lock with it. Elias burst inside, smelling like new car scent and entitlement. Bro, you gotta hear the sound system. Subwoofers hit different. He laughed, tossing an arm around my shoulders like we were best friends. Can't be pulling up to residency interviews in that busted Civic forever, right? I didn't answer. Couldn't. Because in my head, a voice was screaming, that Jeep is sitting on my future. Those tires are rolling over my credit score. That engine is purring on money meant to keep me from defaulting. But that wasn't even the worst of it. Growing up, the rules in our house were simple. Elias was the sun. I was one of the colder planets, useful for gravity, but not worth shining on. When he got CS, they threw parties. When I got straight A's, Mom sighed, well, at least one of you is reliable. Elias got new cleats every season. I got his hand-me-downs with holes in the soles. He wrecked his first car drunk at 17. Dad covered it, called it a learning experience. When I asked for help with my first semester books, Dad laughed. You chose medicine, Marco. That's on you. Still, I kept quiet. Worked harder. Believed that if I just proved myself enough, they'd see me. Then med school hit. The loans were monstrous. Dad offered to manage the payments. I was exhausted, cadavers at 6 a.m., shifts until 2 a.m., so I said yes. Every month, I transferred the exact amount. Added little memos, September loan payment, October loan, NOV, please confirm received. He'd text back a thumbs up emoji. I thought that was love, until the first delinquency notice slipped into my inbox like a knife. I was in the hospital cafeteria, scarfing cold fries between lectures when I opened it. Account 90 days past due. Immediate action required. My stomach dropped. I'd sent money for 3 months straight. On time. Early even. That night, I asked Dad about it. Casual. Careful. He waved me off. Banks send those scare letters all the time. I paid it. Relax. I wanted to believe him. So I did. 2 weeks later, another notice. Then another. And then the Jeep. After Elias went to show it off to his friends, I slipped into my childhood bedroom, the one I hadn't slept in since I moved out, and opened my laptop. Hands shaking, I logged into the actual loan portal for the first time in years. Password reset. Security questions. Mother's maiden name. The irony tasted like metal. The dashboard loaded. Delinquent. 120 days past due. Last recorded payment. 5 months ago. I scroll through my banking app next. There they were, my transfers. $4,100. $4,200. $4,150. All labeled loan payment. All landing in Dad's account. Then I opened the joint savings they'd convinced me to keep for family emergencies. Money I'd been dumping in from tips. Money I thought was safe. Transaction history. $3,800 to a Jeep dealership, dated 3 days ago. $450 to a custom audio shop. $200 to Elias, gas and tint. Nothing, no trace of a single payment to my loan servicer. I sat there in the dark, screenshots piling up on my screen like evidence at a crime scene. My chest felt cave-in tight. This wasn't a mistake. This was deliberate. Calculated. They'd been siphoning my future to polish his present. And the worst part? They didn't even look guilty. I closed the laptop, took a breath that felt like broken glass, and started moving. First, I drained the joint account. Every cent transferred it to my personal checking, the one they didn't have access to. Changed passwords. Enabled two-factor. Removed Dad as authorized user. Then I opened an email to the loan company. Subject: report of potential misuse of funds. Urgent. I attached everything. Screenshots of my transfers. Memos labeled loan payment. Bank statements showing the money never reached them. Dealership charges. All of it. I wrote, for months, I've been sending my required loan payments to my parents under the agreement that they would forward them directly to you. I've just discovered none of the recent payments were made. Instead, the funds appear to have been used for personal purchases, including a vehicle for my brother. I'm requesting an immediate investigation, dispute of the delinquency, and transfer of payment control to my own account. I'm a full-time medical student and cannot afford default. I hit send before I could second-guess myself. Only then did I walk back into the living room. They were on the couch, laughing at some reel on Mom's phone. Elias sprawled like a king. I stood in the doorway and said, calm and clear, I just reported you to the loan company. With proof. They're opening an investigation. The room froze. Dad's face went white, then red. What the hell did you just say? Mom stood up so fast she knocked over her wine. Marco, you did what? I told him the truth. That I sent you the money for my loans. That it never arrived. That it bought Elias a Jeep instead. Elias shifted. Bro, come on. It's not that serious. It's fraud, I said. My voice didn't shake. And it's my entire future. Dad stepped toward me, finger jabbing. You ungrateful little. You will call them back right now and say it was a misunderstanding. You will say you gave us that money willingly. No, just that. One word. Solid as stone. Mom started crying, loud, dramatic. After everything we've done for you, we raised you. We sacrificed. You sacrificed my trust, I said. You stole from me. For years. And you dressed it up as love. Dad's voice dropped dangerously low. If you do this, if you drag our name through this, you're dead to us. Don't come crawling back when you're broke and alone. I looked at him, really looked, and felt nothing. No fear. No guilt. Just clarity. I never had your help, I said. Only your hand in my pocket. I walked to my old room. Packed a duffel in 7 minutes flat. Laptop. Scrubs. One textbook. The hoodie I'd worn through 100 night shifts. Mom followed, hissing. You walk out. You're never welcome here again. We'll tell everyone you robbed us. Stole from your own family. I zipped the bag. Tell them whatever you need to sleep at night. I walked through the living room one last time. Dad wouldn't meet my eyes. Elias stared at the floor. At the door, I paused. Enjoy the Jeep, Elias. Hope it was worth it. Then I stepped into the night. Closed the door behind me. Blocked every number. Deleted the family chat. The air felt different. Cleaner. It's been weeks now. The loan company called. Investigation ongoing. Delinquency paused. Payments rerouted to me directly. I'm sleeping on a friend's couch. Eating ramen. Studying until my eyes burn. But for the first time in my life, my money is mine. My future is mine. My choices are mine. And I'm not going back. So I need to ask you, because I still wake up at 3 a.m. wondering if I'm the monster they say I am. If this happened to you, If the people who were supposed to protect you use your future to buy someone else a shiny toy, would you have reported them? Or would you have stayed quiet and kept paying the price forever? Tell me in the comments. Because some nights, I still don't know if I did the right thing. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more stories.